It's a beautiful day. It's so great to be out here at the lake, barefooted, early, quiet, nobody around, except all the nature spirits. It's even a little early, the birds are starting to appear. I see one up there. He hasn't said anything yet. Listening to the waterfall. Just being peaceful. My topic is how we manifest. And manifest is a sense of creating or expressing or our thoughts taking form, the outer world, virtual reality, real reality, whatever. So how do we manifest? And I started studying all this when I was about 17 in the earth years, body years. And because I was graduating from high school, and I thought, oh, what am I going to do out there in the world? I mean, how am I going to take care of myself? How am I going to do? And I remember praying this one night, actually, to my beloved, the God presence within. And I had been sitting in a Standard Brand church that day, and I was looking for God. I've been exploring and I was sitting there, and everybody was leaving. I was the only person there, and it was like, I don't feel anything. So it's like, I went home, and that night I said, God, if you really exist, you got to find me, because I've been looking for you and I can't find you. If you really exist, I want to know you. And a couple weeks after that is how we manifest. Part of it is something sincere, and we're not asking on the outside. We're not going to some outside savior that's going to save us. It's who and what we're part of. Our eternal being, our eternal position, our eternal nature, who we are. And like 2 weeks later, I went to spend the summer with my great-grandmother, who was my spiritual partner. And her friend was there for the summer, renting one of her little cottages. And she was a metaphysician. And at the breakfast table, lunch table, dinner table, all the same table, Violet would come in and teach us metaphysics. And I went, oh, this is it. I could do, wow. I mean, it was giving me a clue as to how we could actually direct our lives in some way, at least in a direction. And we weren't like just helpless victims of whatever was going to come about. And so then that began my studies and my application of it. Well, anyway, the steps are simple, but if you take a look at it, everybody's a manifester. Everybody's a genius. Every person is equal to all others, but not the same. Equal doesn't mean we're the same. It means equal in our divinity as what we possess, what we're capable of, our intrinsic, genuine nature. And then there's the differences, or what we do with that, how we use that, our own character, our own uniqueness, our own beingness. Well, anyway, so how these steps operate is that you have a desire, and that desire in something, if it's sincere and it's true, then it's a thought. You see, you have a thought, and that thought is in words. You're thinking something, you're desiring something, okay? And then what you do is you accept, as you let it go, you ask your God, however you do it, you let it go, you don't worry about it, you just put it out there, but you also get the emotion and the feeling of how would you feel if it was done. I mean, these are simple steps like this. Well, isn't that what people are doing when they watch the news? When we listen to horror stories? When they're telling you this is the way it's going to be, and that's the way it's going to be, and that's what it means. Who are you to tell me how it's going to be for me when you're not me? And yet people have the thoughts, they have the words in their mind, they have the meaning that's coming from the news broadcaster or whatever it may be. It's coming at you, and then you emotionalize it, you feel it, you believe it beyond a shadow of a doubt, because it's coming from the television, because it's coming from somebody outside who's an authority, meaning the author of your book, of your life. Really? So then we emotionalize it, we believe it, we feel it like it's already happening, so it has happened to you. You know, fear and all negative emotions shut down the immune system immediately. They cause every kind of disease, every kind of trouble, every kind of pain. And where does it come from? The mind. Run amok. Instead of using divine mind and being in divine mind, then we're using our powers of manifestation to manifest the very things that we fear and do not want. And what happens is when we stay in a state of need, or a constant state of victimhood, or of not enough, or I'm not good enough, I'm not happy enough, I don't have enough money, time, energy, love, staying in that minus position, we're always looking on the outside to get the goodies, but we always still come up short. That there's always a bad side to it. There's always a downfall. When's the other shoe going to fall? These are all programs that are running in some kind of like computer-like thing that people don't question, but they're using their powers of manifestation to scream at somebody, to yell and hate them, to say you ruined my life. Wait, all of this, what it does, it keeps us in chaos, confusion, bewilderment, because we're believing and thinking and activating all of these words and thoughts that are coming to us, broadcast to us, or the neighbors are, or it could be your mate, or your family members, or your children, or your friends, or wherever it is. You've got divine beings, all gods with divine powers. And when that consciousness is harnessed into what you call race consciousness, keeping humans racing, keep it moving, keep it producing, that consciousness then becomes pervasive as the one consciousness, the one thought forms, the one belief system that we all have and share alike. Then we're all contributing and actually creating as manifestation happens through us. You don't have to participate. You can take yourself out of whatever it is you don't want to be in by not being in it. You know how you get out? To go within. And the deeper we are within ourselves, and what better way than to be in nature. Barefooted, sitting by the lake, the stream, early morning, little sunshine, beautiful, clear sky. Yeah, the heat of the fire, of the light in the sky called the sun. Yeah, reflecting off the earth. So that's the key. We're all manifestors, and we're doing it all the time. And yeah, so then when I got to go and be with my grandmother and Violet and teaching me, that was my opening of my deeper spiritual journey. Because a feeling came, an answer came. What I needed came to me in the way that was right for me. And you have that kind of a partner with you, your beloved, the divine with you, who loves and adores you. And we've been so out of touch with ourselves by being our minds agitated, our emotions jerked around, our thoughts always in something out there is going to be it. It's going to fill the void. The only void is you think you are void without. You have it all. The positive, the negative, the light, the dark. All of these are concepts. You're not a concept. You're not a creation. You were never created. You're part of the grand creator, creatrix, and you are a creator. You're a manifester. Let the divine manifest through you by keeping your consciousness in the divine, in the bliss state, as a place of the witness, the observer, soaking it up,